Tonight, we are excited to start a new segment on KXLY4 News. Stories written in part by you. We're profiling people who've made an extraordinary impact on others and the community. You know, people who go above and beyond to make the world a better place. It's a dream assignment, and I'll have the pleasure of bringing you these stories on a regular basis. Our first one features a Spokane man who, in his youth, struggled to find a purpose in his own life. He eventually found it in the boxing ring, and he's now reaching beyond the ropes to help transform the lives of kids. Rick Welliver is tonight's everyday hero. With a 1-2 punch, Rick Welliver is teaching a whole lot more than just boxing.
Beautiful, elbows tight. Boxing is just metaphor for life. It's metaphors. Underneath.
Metaphors, because for many, life is a fight.
Boxing saved me, gave me an identity as a kid. Went to a lot of different elementary schools growing up. Parents were all over the place, single parent, and needed something to do. And it was the first time I was ever good at something.
1-1, those eyes open, keep your eyes open.
A lightweight boxer for 10 years, Welliver had nearly 20 professional fights under his belt.
2.
But when it came time to hang up the gloves, he couldn't quite put them down. So Welliver opened Spokane Boxing here on East Sprague in the International District. He wanted it to be a place where young lives could be transformed, where kids with no goals could achieve something, where anger could be turned into fierce competitiveness, and where kids with no role models in their lives could find a coach in their corner.
Whoa! I knew that I was going to wrap up my career as a professional boxer and that I wanted to work with kids. So I found this space down here and contacted the landlord and signed a lease, and the rest is history.
In the last 10 years, Welliver has coached and mentored hundreds of kids and young adults. Tell me about your life before you met Rick.
Well, before I met Rick, it was just, I met him when I was 17, and I was doing a lot of drinking and wasn't really doing what I was supposed to do. I wasn't going to school or anything.
Coral Devereaux came to Spokane Boxing 4 years ago. At the time, not only was he drinking, he was getting into a lot of trouble. He stole his mother's car and crashed it into the side of a house. He was sent to an inpatient rehab program, and with Welliver's help, has been fighting to stay clean and sober.
Just like that.
I've held him accountable, and he's always answered. He's always answered. He's put in the work. He's earned whatever he's gotten.
I always look back to that moment, and if I didn't have anything to go to in my life at the moment, I could have killed that entire family, and things would have been way different for me, and I wouldn't be where I am today.
1-2.
Coral recently traveled to Kalispell, Montana to compete in his first amateur boxing match.
I listened to my coaches and did exactly what they told me to do, and I fought a tough opponent, and I came out victorious.
Shadle Park freshman Gage Anderson has been coming to Spokane Boxing since he was in elementary school.
It's great to come here and just hit the bag as hard as you want sometimes and come in and just pound on it.
Growing up through middle school years can be a challenge, and Rick has always supported Gage.
I just love him. He's such a cool guy. He's in here, he's got a great personality. He's coaching tons of kids.
And Gage has learned that problems are best resolved in the ring.
I'm not going to go out and start fights myself. Rick teaches all of his fighters to be modest and not go out and talk trash to people, never start anything.
I think as a society, I think we're dropping the ball as men. We don't know how to mentor. We don't know how to be fathers. We don't know how to be, husbands, men.
Nice, do it again.
These kids have to have somebody to look up to, and this gym is filled with role models.
1-1.
And if boxing is a metaphor for life, just like life, these young boxers are learning the sport is one of extremes. It's both brutal and graceful, tragic and triumphant. Extreme forces helping to shape their future.
This is a conduit to doing bigger and better things for these kids. There's going to be very few world champions coming out of Spokane, but there's going to be a lot better men, contributing members of society, and that's really what I want to contribute.
And thanks for being our hero, Rick. Do you know an everyday hero? We'd love to hear from you. Shoot me an email at nadinew@kxoy.com.